Welcome to Season 2, Round 3 of the Martin Sports Car Club League Racing Championship. So this week, I'd like to present Lexi is back for another week of commentating.
Yeah, Mike.
And there you go, still off her accent from Silverstone a couple weeks ago. So this week, we are at Laguna Seca. And as you see the grid lining up, this is going to be a short quarter pace lap. So we'll get this thing started right off the bat. And as you can tell, there's a large field this week of GT4 cars in the front with the Porsches and BMWs, and also the Miatas in the back for the second class. So we're just waiting on another car, and we'll get this thing rolling right along. So, Lexi, what do you think of all the cars we got this week?
Well, I only have one guess in mind. There's, you might not see it, but it's a car that's sort of in the back. I think it's a dance car.
A dance floor car? What do you mean a dance floor car?
Well, I mean, it's a dance party, but the bottom of the floor is changing colors and glowing.
All right, sounds a little crazy to me. I think Lexi's got something else on her mind. So, as the pace car already turns off, we'll go ahead and get this thing rolling as Justin Cady leads the field out across the start finish line. And Leland Giddens is right next to him in a BMW with the two icon cars of Skylar and Eric, followed by Zane Plumley, Junie Thompson, and Andrew and Bob Blucher for the GT4 class. Oh no, Junie takes out some cones. I guess autocrossing, he's already switched over from that mode and he's in track mode already. Made up a couple places and rolling right into sixth place. All right, so let's see if we can key in a little bit here on what's going on in the front. A lot of mayhem in the back going on. So Laguna Seca, obviously in the hills of California, it's really slippery, really sandy. You see sand and everything everywhere. So a lot of people had some issues with the track this week. So Lexi, talk about what's going on.
Well, all the cars are already separated from each other. These cars are really fast.
Yep, these cars are really fast. The GT4 cars will probably lap anywhere from 8 to 10 seconds quicker than the Miatas. Oh, there goes Dan Plumley already off. Check that out. He does what he does best, and that's make mistakes. And he is going to go to the back of the field, it looks like. Bradley Alves back there in the other icon car, the white paisley car. So Zane Plumley moves to the back of the field. Let's see what the front of the field looks like. So we'll wait here for just a couple seconds. There you go. There's the first Miata just came into there. So that is Travis. He is new within this week. Oh no, there goes Andrew right away around and tags Bob just a little bit. No harm, no foul. I think everyone got through there quickly. Hopefully you can recover. And it looks like the Miatas are starting to get past them as well. So the only thing you want to say about the Miatas, the little cars? She's giving me a look like, what's a Miata, Dad? So that car there, that's a Miata. Nope, not all Miatas. So she's still kind of new to mixed class racing. So here we come down the hill. Looks like Zane is trying to make up for his mistake. Passes Bob, passes Bradley, trying to make his way for his teammate, Junie Thompson, up there in the other Porsche Cayman. And Travis is coming around the corner. See if we can get some other video of the Mazdas back there. There we go. There's Travis and then Justin back with the Puppy Power car. Long gap back. Let's see who's in third place. All right, let's go and get some timing and scoring up. So I'll bring that up here. All right, there we go. And looks like Leland Giddens is leading this race. He took over first place from Justin Cady. And Lexi wants to say something.
Can I go down the leaderboard?
You want to go down the leaderboard? Go right ahead.
Leland, Justin, Skylar, Eric, Junie, Robert, Zane, Bradley, Trevor, Justin, Blinky, Andrew, Banana Man, Trevor,
Dean.
What's that one?
Bjorn.
Bjorn and Arlie.
right, thanks for going down the leaderboard. I have a little bit of a technical issue here trying to find the right track. Now we got 2 track maps. How is this happening?
Whoa, cool!
One way we'll figure it out. But let's go ahead and.
I think I see the 2 tracks. One goes this way and leads to the real track.
There we go. Got that situation taken care of real quick. So now we got a trap map of Laguna Seca. Oh, there goes Employment without a hood. He's going topless. Not a pretty sight. Looks like the Miatas are actually catching him, so he probably went off again, which is, pretty much normal for him. And let's see, gonna pull up the camera viewer here, and let's check on Leland. All right, so Leland is leading the race.
Ooh, there's a pink car.
Yep, there he is with his past blue ribbon paint livery. He's already lapping some of the Miata cars that maybe have some trouble. And we've got Justin Katie right on his rear bumper, followed by the 2 icon cars of Skylar and Eric. Oh no, and Eric is off. I'm sorry, not Eric, Justin. I can't get this straight. I'm so excited. Leland is off. I never get your name right, man. I really need to drink more or drink less before these things start. All right, so he's going to go from 1st to 4th on the front straightaway as Eric passes him, going to the inside, and there he is. Looks like Leland's going to try to do it over. Yes, he did get over, but he overshot the corner, and then Eric goes right back underneath. So Eric pulled a Leland on Leland. That's one of his favorite moves as you get the inside of the car right there. Things are really close. So you can get a different view. There we go. So there's Leland trying to get back in front of Eric, as looks like Justin Katie out front in the Porsche is pulling away just a little bit from Skylar Gregg. And these guys are trying to get a little bit of position here. Again, a slippery track. You see the dirt everywhere. It's going to be really tough for them to, kind of mount a charge to get going. So we're going to go check back in some of the Miata cars.
It's changing on the bottom.
It's changing on the bottom. Looks like Artie is in the pit. Not sure why. Trevor.
He's eating donuts.
He's eating donuts for later.
And coffee.
Coffee and donuts. Well, whatever it takes to get through a race, I'm sure that he's got it figured out. I don't think he's going to stay there. Let's check in with. Here's Justin Hall, coming up to turn 5, getting ready to start a little bit up the hill before the big left-hander, which drops out right in the middle. So if you hook your tires right in that corner there, give it all you got, and then you start the chase uphill. These Miatas having a smaller engine than the Porsches and the BMWs and the GT4 class kind of struggle a little bit to get up the hill, but you're going to see what it's like to go through the corkscrew. It just drops out from underneath you and heads on through, and it's just a big slip and slide from here on out to the rest, all the way to the start-finish line. Looks like Andrew has found his grip and is making his way forward back to the GT4 class. And here we're coming on the last corner. This one is deceptively fast. There goes Andrew off just a little bit. Miata's got a little bit more grip on this track with the, even though they got smaller tires, for some reason the Miatas had a little bit more grip than the GT4 cars did. Not really because of horsepower, but I know the cars are newer and setup's a little more difficult to take care of. A lot of people had a lot of issues this week trying to find the right setup that would work for them. I know Bob didn't get his setup done and probably till about a minute before qualifying, and seems to be working for him as well, as he's pulling up there out in front of Zane, who's trying to play catch up to the pack at this point. Go ahead.
Just to remind everyone, we are doing a competition every. Wait, there's the car, the rainbow car of the floor.
That is the rainbow car. We'll get to that.
Anyways, we are doing a competition every week when we do this. And I will be picking a car, taking a picture of the winner, and my dad is going to put it on Facebook, and me holding the trophy that you get.
That's right. So each week, Lexi will pick one of her favorite one. All right, so we're trying to find out where everybody is. All right, there's Dean in his psychedelic rainbow disco ball color coming down to the horseshoe. Right behind him looks like Chris Wells trying to maybe gobble down some of that exhaust on the tailpipe. And oh no, who's off? Who's off? What number is that? It looked like Eric. Eric having some grip issues this week as well. And there's Blinky Wells, so that's why he got his nickname.
He's Blinky.
He is Blinky, no doubt whatsoever. And there's Bjorn. Bjorn's in the white and black Mazda car that was there, so he's new. He just joined us for this week. And same thing with Travis. Travis Beecher, who's actually leading the Mazda class right now. So there's a good shot of Bradley trying to catch up to Junie right now, trying to get sixth place. Actually get fourth place for Junie. That's really good, Junie. Nice job. Way to get up there. So the front orders are still Justin, Skyler, and Leland battling it out. Eric must have had an incident there, and he's dropped back quite a bit in the classes. So if you look on the leaderboard, you see the numbers that are in yellow are the GT4 class, and the numbers that are, oh my goodness, what happened? Bjorn just took out Blinky Wells. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened there.
They're driving backwards.
Coming off the exit, oh no, everything's sliding around. Looks like Chris got a little bit into Bjorn, and looks like Chris got the worst part of it. He's taking a tow. I can't tell if he's taking a tow back to the pits or not. He's blinking like he would take a tow. So he's sitting there. I guess he's trying to recoup, and he's trying to figure this out and get back on the track.
I know what made them crash. So the one who made the first one who made the other car crash. The first one turned so that he can get back on track. So to make him slow down, so that he can get a first place.
Yeah, we don't like that kind of sportsmanship though. So hopefully that wasn't the case, and it didn't look like it. Just looked like both cars were sliding just a little bit and left Chris a little bit out to dry. There as the two cars came together. So this is Junie in the Porsche Cayman heading up the hill, and he is still holding off fourth place, and with Bradley right behind him. Looks like he's got a decent amount of grip in both of these cars right now. Very evenly matched. These guys have been nose to tail a lot for the majority of the beginning of this race. So we'll keep an eye on these guys to see how they're in for position. There's Bob Blucher down in the back. And you want to give a shout out in British to Bob?
Go Bob Bleacher.
That's right, Bob Blucher, in your blue and yellow car. You go, boy. Okay. Now, let's see. We're going to check back. See, someone we haven't talked about just yet. There's Bradley still coming through. Leland still hanging on third. And he's caught up right now to the rear wing of Skyler, putting some pressure on him as they start getting through some traffic. There's Bjorn. Oh, they right across the track. Nice save there, Bjorn. Letting the other traffic go through. These guys are fighting it out. And, oh, Leland, that's not a good place to try to make an under move. So try to beat him up the hill, get a better drive, and see what you can do. Careful if you're going to try to jam it in the corkscrew. That usually ends up badly for both cars. So thanks for being patient there. Takes a little bit different line. Probably try to get on the gas a little bit sooner, but Skyler gets through pretty smoothly as well. All right, so we don't see, where's Justin Cady at? Looks like he's kind of put the rocket ships on, and he has gone off to the distance for a while. As we're dealing with some more lap traffic in the GT4 cars. Didn't see a lot of incidents between the lap traffic, guys. So there's Chris Wells in the pits over there. Sorry to hear that, Blinky. And Trevor.
Oh, Blinky's out.
Yeah, Blinky's
now
out.
he's in pit. Now he's out. Now he's in pit. Now he's in.
Oh no, what happened? Dean! Dean turned in a little too early. Didn't see Leland coming through there. Unfortunately, I think she's no harm, no foul. Gave him a little scare. Yeah, these GT4 cars will actually dive in pretty deep on these corners, and a lot of the other cars sometimes are not really looking forward, or they are looking forward instead of on their sides. And depends on the type of system that you have A lot of guys race in virtual reality with the goggles so they can look left and look right, and the computer simulation actually makes you feel like you're in your car, completely surrounded 360 degrees. Some guys are using triple monitors where they have one big monitor in the front and two side monitors so they can see when a car is coming up or sticking their nose in there. And some guys are running just single monitors and they have a button on their steering wheel which allows them to look left and look right. So kind of hard to tell. Sometimes when you are in the sim because you're focusing on just moving forward and getting through the next corner and getting through traffic, that sometimes you don't know if someone's going to stuff it in there. So obviously Leland was pretty good about that. Was trying to keep it really clean. So Dean did a good job. He kept it together. He didn't take anybody out. So congratulations. That is awesome. So over to Lexi. Talk about what you're seeing on the track so far.
Well, I won the competition, but okay.
Leland.
I like the beer car. I don't know how to say this. I mean, I don't drink beer, but I like the car.
Well, it is kind of patriotic. It is red, white, and blue. All right, let's see what Justin Katie's doing out there all by himself. He's probably reading a book, maybe having a little energy drink. There he is, all by himself, trying to stay awake, waiting for the competition to catch up. He could probably drive this thing backwards and probably still win it. What do you think? Can you drive backwards and still win?
I drive backwards and win?
You could probably drive backwards, no doubt. All right, so we see some guys at the bottom of the leaderboard. Chris Wells is, Michael Banana Man, what happened to you?
I have an idea.
What is your idea?
Well, the car that we were just on, it was orange, and some fish are orange. So I think whoever in that car, we should call him Orange Fish. Fish for orange.
Orange fish for that one? We'll have to think about it. Maybe not.
Or go for orange.
Or Orange, you glad I didn't say something bad?
Yeah.
That's quite a nickname to put on there. All right, so when you do something crazy, pretty much like put yellow wheels in your car, that's why you get called Banana Man.
Halfway through the race.
Halfway of 20 laps already. So 10 laps to go. Everyone should be doing pretty well on fuel and tires. Tires should be holding up all up until about last 3 or 4 laps of the race. That's when they start going out just a little bit. And of course, with the tires going out and the hotter conditions and also the slippery surface, we might see a little more carnage from some of these cars. It looks like Michael Cabrera here has collected himself pretty well, trying to get back into the race and trying to catch up to Bjorn and Dean and see if he can get some placement. So let's check on Mr. Wells. Looks like he got his car fixed in the pits. He is back out, lighting up the rear rotors as he gets around the Andretti hairpin, starting at the other lap.
Robert just texted us.
Yep. Oh, and there goes Blinky again. Time to pick another car. All right, there's Bjorn. Hey, Bjorn. Welcome to the club. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're catching this on the Zane Plumbing Motorsports channel. All right, Leland still holding on to the back of Skylar. Don't know if he's doing that on purpose, waiting for Skylar to make a mistake, or I'm not sure, but looks like he's really pretty content to hang out in third place right now. Maybe he's just kind of eyeing Skylar. See what's going on. Let's go in car with him. You can see the closing speeds between the Miatas and BMWs. It's quite substantial. Let's take a lap with Leland.
when I talk about the competition, I'm gonna give you a hint of what I like, of what you can decorate your cars. So, we already did puppies, but you can do a different car with different puppies on it. Also, I really, 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 really love horses. I want to own one when I grow up.
We'll talk about that.
It's a hint.
Yep.
It's a big one.
All right, so we're coming up on the start-finish straight. Here, take a little bit of a blimp view, see a little bit more of the track. What's going on? So here we're going to the Andretti hairpin after a downhill braking zone. Things sometimes do get a little slippery. Cars will slide out into the gravel pit over there into a right-hander third gear for a lot of these GT4 cars. The exit pinches just a little bit or throws you all the way out to the side. If you get on the power too soon, you will see the car back end get a little crazy, and that will send them to the right side wall when you really wanted to go straight. So here into this little mini kink into turn 5, which is a right-hander as they start a gradual uphill, not angle, but slope going up to that other tight corner. Here is where you really do not want to hit that red part of the berm down there, which sometimes is called the sleeping policeman. And if you do hit that, it will send your car and upset the chassis out to the outside and into the gravel. Here we are down into the steepest part of the corkscrew as they go around. Nice job, Skylar, on that, keeping it tight, but it looks like Leland got a little bit of better drive. Henny is poking his nose a little bit on the inside there, trying to make it, but Skylar saying, no way, Jose, stay back there, I got this. So Skylar is definitely making it really tough for Leland, keeping a very tight line, making that BMW wide. And here comes Leland on the inside, a little bit harder on the brakes, but overshoots the corner again and gives Skylar a much large lead heading out to the main straight. So Leland's got a little bit of work to do on that
one. For the beer car just drank its own beer, and it gave him energy to just whoosh out.
Or did he drink too much beer and drive off the course?
Yeah, that would be a good explanation.
All right, here's Trevor Renson. Looks like he's worked his way up to second place in the Miata class. Look at him slide that thing around. He is definitely a pro. Got a little carnage going on his passenger side on his car, but no harm, no foul. Looks like the car's running pretty well, and obviously to get back up into second place is pretty good. Maybe so we got. I don't see how far Travis is in front of him. Timing scoring on this app is a little bit crazy at times, so it looks like it's definitely not a minute 42. I can tell you that. Back there. So about 33 seconds. There it goes. It just clicked in. So about 33 seconds back. We'll keep an eye on that, see if we can close the gap a little bit and make a run. With 7 laps to go, that's going to be pretty tough because Travis is quick. No doubt. First time out here with the Martin Sports Car Club in our iRacing League. And very happy to have Travis as well. So very, very quick. So we've got Travis and Trevor, along with the 1900 Justins that are in the group all at one time, followed by Banana Man, who's probably got the best nickname so far.
There are 19 Justins?
No, there's not 19 Justins.
No, I can say that.
All right, Zane Plumey's in the pits. Had a bad day. I think he crashed so much and had to take a tow back to pit lane, and he may be finishing the race from here on out, and probably was just watching as a spectator. All right, there's Junie Thompson in the ZP Motorsports livery. Looks like he's keeping the car pretty clean this week. That's pretty good. And there's Justin Katie coming up maybe on some lap traffic of Eric. So Eric struggling this week with grip and setup, and I know he's had a couple spins going on. He's also had a bad day with Zane. I think the both of them said they were going to go ahead and park their car and start drinking some Kentucky bourbon, finish out the race, so at least they can finish the race happy. And there's Justin getting around Eric to put him a lap down. And of course, Justin is just on cruise control at this point. I don't think he has anything to worry about. those guys back there with Skylar and Leland duking it out. He's got plenty of gap all the way back, so there's at least a whole front stretch before he has to worry about those guys. So I'm sure he's just settling down, finding his rhythm, hitting his marks, and he's going to bring this thing home for another win in the Martin Sports Car Club.
I just noticed that Justin Heath is still in the lead.
Yep, that's who I was talking about. Mr. Machine. Uh-oh, that might be after his nickname.
Really? That would be cool, Mr. Machine.
Mr. Machine.
Or it could be, oh, there it is!
I think someone's picked their car for their winner this week.
It's the only one that I'm keeping in mind.
Yeah. So Dean, if you picked that livery, you did a good job. If your dad picked it, he did a good job too, and you did a good job telling him which one to pick. But either way, Dean, glad to have you back. I know you were out for a couple races. I know you were racing in real life, which is good. So we appreciate that you are actually doing double duty and racing with us and enjoying your life racing, outside of the sim world as well. So we're happy to have you. And for those who don't know, Dean is actually 12 years old. He's doing, Bjorn, what's going on?
5 to go.
5 to go, and Bjorn is taking the long way around. He decided to make the Dusty Trail, make his own track. I'm not sure, but glad he got back on course with no drama. And there's Eric trying to get around Dean, which he should be, just considering the power difference between the two cars, and also the size difference. I don't know if you guys noticed the size difference between the BMWs and the Miatas. It almost looks like very cartoony. So here we go down with Bradley in the third Icon sponsored car. So let's talk about that for a minute there. So Icon Sim Sports is a simulator chassis builder, is a custom builder out of Tampa, Florida. Been sim racing for a very long time, and decided that he was going to start building his own chassis to keep up with the strength of a lot of the newer wheels that came out, and even the newer direct drive wheels, which have a ton of force feedback. And some of the chassis on the market at the time were just not keeping the strength. You maybe get into a wreck or something, and the force feedback of the wheel would torque the chassis or rattle it just a little bit. So Rob Neller, who is the owner of Icon and the builder, who does all the chassis, decided to design his own, and is doing a great job at it. He's doing great sales. Be on the lookout for the website, which should be launching here hopefully within the next 2 weeks, and we'll reference that when we come back. But if you want to check it out, go ahead and go to Facebook and look up Icon Sim Sports. And yeah, so there's the size difference we're talking about between the BMW and the Miata. So that's Leland and Chris Wells, both active Martin Sports Car Club members, and glad to have those guys race with us each week. So camera's got a little crazy. I put it on automatic this week, see if we can find some new action that's happening. And it looks like Bjorn and Dean are still trying to get positions. Dean's holding a pretty good line through there, and it looks like he's in third place. So he's on the podium right now. Great job, Dean. Good job. Keep it up. Just 3 laps to go, and also 3 races. Oh, Bjorn, he's off. I'll tell you what, he's probably having a beach day. He probably should have brought a surfboard as much as he is in the sand instead of the Miata, which is probably not the best thing for the sand. So here goes Eric trying to make up some space, and here's Skylar getting through some traffic on Justin in the puppy-powered car. Makes quick work, just coming out of the Andretti hairpin. So if some of you are questioning about the Paisleys, the artwork that are on the Icon cars, so one of the guys who started putting everything together was Bradley, and we all asked him why Paisley. Paisley was kind of out a long time ago, and he said, "Well, my grandmother saw me in Paisley and said you look good in that." So he's kind of kept the spirit of his grandmother going by making his liveries with a lot of Paisley on it. So I wonder what his socks look like though, and his ties. That'd be kind of weird if he was still wearing Paisley, but if he's there to make his grandma happy, then he's doing a good job. So appreciate that, Bradley. Oh, and who was that? It was Skylar. You might have got a 1X. Hopefully you didn't get a slowdown for that corner. Doesn't look like it. looks like you're on third place. So Leland got
2 to go.
2 to go. This race is going quick.
Or maybe you accidentally put it on speed mode.
Nope, I didn't put it on speed mode. These races do go quick. They're very entertaining, very fun. If anyone is interested, if you are a autocrosser that has raced with the Martin Sports Car Club at some point in time, not necessarily a member, but like to get involved, go ahead and drop us a message to one of these videos on Facebook on the Martin Sports Car Club group page, and be glad to have you. So here we go. Bob Blucher and Junie Thompson, both active members, both in Porsches. And Bob is looking, look at this. He's going to take the inside. Does he have it on the brakes? Yes, he does. Junie gives him a lot of space, which is very nice, and tries to cut back under, and the camera goes away. Oh, who's Chris? Chris, what happened? He's sliding all over the place like a slimy snail on a wet dew morning piece of glass. All right, so Bob got out in front of Junie. So nice job, Bob. Bob started in one of the last positions there, I think by choice. He said that his strategy for the race was to start last, stay clean, and let everybody else wreck in front of him. But Junie's going to stuff it back up the inside, going around turn 5, going all the way up. White flag. So that means Justin has moved past the start finish.
He's been in the lead for a long time.
He has been in the lead a long time, but he's a good racer.
All his cars are really fast. I think that's why the race is going so fast.
The race is going fast because the cars are going fast. I think you're onto something. Are you?
Maybe.
Okay. All right, so here's one last look of our leader, Justin Cady, with his Ascari Autosport livery for the team that he races for on iRacing. And this week, if you guys are interested, going out there in viewerland, if you have some time this weekend, tune in to some of the racing going on actual iRacing. The 24 Hours of Spa starts this weekend, where one car and a group of drivers, just like normal driver lineup would be in a real race for 24 hours, are going to race around Spa this entire weekend. So follow some feeds. I know that Icon Sim Sports will be streaming some of their car and their Ferrari 488 GT3 and some of the other cars. I'm sure Justin also streams a lot of his driving from inside the cockpit through VR. So take a look at that if you're interested. So here goes Justin Cady over the line as the winner flashes his lights. Congratulations, Justin, on another win. Yep. And here's Leland in second place. Yep, going through the last corner. Despite a couple offs and the mistake in that last corner, coming in second place. Nicely done, Leland. We got next, Skylar. Skylar off the corner. Yep. All right, let's see who is coming up. There's Dean crossing the line. Junie crosses the line past the finish. There's Justin. Oh, and here is the party.
Donut party. I think he's trying to make a snail.
Yep.
Whoa, that's so tiny.
Tumbling cars all over the place. So we went from donut parties to a disco ball, end of race ceremonies at Daytona, since it ended in the night. And looks like we have a little bit of demolition derby going on this week. All right, so, oh my goodness, Bob Blucher just sent Bradley through the stratosphere. So, congratulations.
Hey, he's got 2 cars.
Yeah, and they look like a bulldozer. So now they're on their side. They look like the Three Stooges.
Hey, someone blessed me again.
Yep. All right, so these guys are duking it out. Let's go ahead and close this up. Justin Cady for the win in first place in the GT4 class. Leland in second, Skylar in third. Bradley from last place comes into fourth. Junie holds in a solid fifth. Bob Blucher in 6th, Andrew in 7th, Eric in 8th, holding out for a little bit, and Zane Plumley out of the race halfway as in 9th place for the GT 4 class. Over to the Miatas, we have Travis grabbing the win. Congratulations for that, Travis. Welcome, and you got a win. Trevor in 2nd place, Dean in 3rd, so he's on a podium. Way to go, Dean. Glad to have you back. Justin Hall, Puppy Power, is in 4th. Bjorn in 5th. Banana Man in 6th. Blinky in 7th, and Artie in 8th. So great field. Glad to have everybody back as these guys are still playing around after the checkered flag. All right, some closing remarks from Lexi. That's all you had, just goodbye? All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned for next week's season 2, race number 4. I don't remember where it's at, but I'm sure it'll be another great time. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.